It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Allen finding space at the 40. And some space here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
This is taken way up at the 25. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets. Operating from the gun. Wilson uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Allen now on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy,
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. There's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. First, Stephon Diggs, he can do a lot of things, CD. He can be a possession-type receiver. He can take the top off a defense, or he can do what we saw right there, make a catch, and then turn it into a big game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Diggs in motion left. Here's Hines. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll They'll send a receiver in motion left. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second and a couple. Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Carter. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions, Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's a screen play here for Carter. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards remain for second down. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A final shot before half for Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They run with Hines, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, 33 yards. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. On third down, Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 63 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. This is Hines. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They run again with Hines, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now it's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss. On 3rd down, Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it? No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Escaping the pressure right. Gets this to Moore. And some room to work. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he's got room. Stephon Diggs. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defense. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Tampa. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette to about the 35, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the draw, this is Fournette. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, They do like to dial up a deep ball right away, and if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Brady. And brought in by Brate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Brady going to throw. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Runs over it. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Again, it's Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Russell Gage from 17 yards out. And the Bucs are an extra point away from drawing level. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Brady's going to look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right.
Down to the 42, second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
After a one-point game, 7-6.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
And that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brady now to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually...
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, 40 yards.
And the Buccaneers have taken the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage?
Well played.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
On the set. On the ball.
And they'll go for it. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. George Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle. 75 yards. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Sugar. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
No, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Brady going to go on fourth down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On second down, here's Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On fourth down, Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they...
And he won't be able to get the football away. He's going to be sacked. So they're unable to add on to their lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Lance now on first down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Yellow, go. 6, mega. Snap, red. Set,
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to move back in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Brady.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Slot man moves right.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Flush to his right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. To throw again on second down. Lance able to find Gray here. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 55 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken. He only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Brady now on first down. And brought in by Brady. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left-sided, it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Brady's throw there complete.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now Brady again. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. On first down, Brady. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Samson Abukum in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs now leads to a third and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second and 9, Lance. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. So the completion gets him just a yard. Third and 7 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
Black ultra.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Black shot. Red.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock.
Here we go.
Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Plastic, stick. Young Red. Throw, 10. Ready.
Lance and company going on fourth down.
Able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Okay, ready? Watch out now. Safety furious. Hey, play furious. Steel, black. Hey, green. Ready?
Throwing on second down. Lance. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going up top for Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Brady. And this one is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Bruce! Ultra! Smash! Check, hut!
McCaffrey running up the middle. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
On play action, Lance. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Ty Davis Price. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
Touchdown! Russell Gage, 44 yards.
And the Bucs are back within a score.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Ball red. Hurry, hurry.
Now Lance. That's complete left side to Gray.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Trouble, 38. Hey, don't steal. Strike, strike. Ready, go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Here we go.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here's Lance.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete